Living alone in your later years can be one of the most fulfilling and liberating experiences of your life. For many, it's a time of rediscovery, peace, and personal growth. While the idea of being on your own might seem daunting at first, countless people who have walked this path speak of the profound benefits that come with living alone as an older person. Let's explore these benefits, enriched with real-life examples, to make them more relatable and practical for you. Number 1. Rediscovering yourself. Living alone offers you the unique opportunity to rediscover who you are beyond the roles you've played throughout your life, whether as a spouse, parent, or caregiver. Perhaps, for the first time in decades, you now have the freedom to focus on your interests, passions, and desires without compromise. Consider Sarah, who at 67 found herself living alone for the first time after her children moved out and her husband passed away. Initially, the silence felt overwhelming, but she soon realized it was an invitation to explore her own interests. Sarah always had a passion for painting, something she hadn't pursued since her youth. With her newfound solitude, she decided to transform a spare room into an art studio. She began painting daily, not for anyone else, but for herself. "I felt like I was meeting myself for the first time in decades," she says. "It's as if I'm reconnecting with the person I was before life's responsibilities took over." This rediscovery isn't limited to hobbies. Many people like Sarah find that living alone gives them the freedom to reflect on their life choices, reconnect with old passions, or even pursue entirely new interests. The joy of doing something purely for yourself is immeasurable. 2. Freedom and independence. One of the most cherished aspects of living alone is the independence it offers. You get to decide how your day unfolds, what meals you want to cook or not cook, and how you want to spend your time. There's a certain joy in the simplicity of these choices and in the freedom to shape your environment exactly as you like it. Think about John, who at 73 decided to move to a smaller, more manageable home after his wife passed away. The decision was entirely his, and he relished the freedom to choose a place that suited his new lifestyle. "I didn't have to consider anyone else's preferences, just what I wanted," he explains. "It was liberating." John now spends his days gardening, something his wife never had much interest in. He loves the fact that he can spend hours outdoors without feeling guilty about neglecting anyone. "It's my time, my space, and my choice," he says with a smile. This sense of independence isn't just about physical space, it's also about emotional and mental freedom. You can create a routine that fits your rhythm, eat what you want, and decorate your space exactly how you like it. Every decision is yours, and there's something incredibly empowering about that. 3. Peace and quiet. As we age, peace and quiet become more than just luxuries. They become necessities. Living alone means you can curate your environment to be as tranquil as you desire. There's no one else's noise to contend with, no distractions unless you welcome them. You can choose when to engage with the world and when to retreat into the serenity of your own space. Take the example of Maria, who at 70 found herself cherishing the silence of her home after decades of raising children and living with a partner. Maria describes her mornings as the most peaceful time of her day. "I wake up to the sound of birds, not an alarm clock or someone else's schedule," she says. "I can sit in my favorite chair, sip my coffee, and just enjoy the stillness. It's a kind of peace I never knew I needed." This quiet time allows Maria to meditate, reflect, and plan her day without any interruptions. It's a time for her to recharge mentally and emotionally, something that she believes is vital for her well-being. 4. Control over your space. When you live alone, your home truly becomes your sanctuary. You have complete control over your space, how it looks, feels, and functions. This might sound like a small thing, but it's incredibly powerful. Your home can be exactly what you need it to be, without compromise. Let's look at the story of Tom, who at 68 decided to downsize after his wife's passing. He moved into a cozy apartment that he could decorate exactly how he wanted. "I always wanted a minimalist space, but that wasn't possible when I was sharing my home," Tom says. Now his apartment is a reflection of his tastes, simple, clean, and filled with natural light. He's surrounded by things that bring him joy, and nothing else. "It's my sanctuary," he adds. "Every corner of this place is exactly how I want it." Having control over your environment means that your home can truly reflect your personality and needs. Whether it's creating a minimalist haven like Tom or filling your space with art and color, living alone allows you to make your home a true reflection of who you are. 5. Building a deeper relationship with yourself. When you spend time alone, you inevitably build a deeper relationship with yourself. This time of solitude can be incredibly healing, allowing you to process the experiences of your life and come to terms with any unresolved emotions. It's a time to listen to your inner voice, to reflect on your journey, and to appreciate the person you've become. Take the story of Gloria, a 74-year-old widow who has been living alone for the past 5 years. Gloria describes her time alone as a journey inward. "When my husband passed, I didn't know what to do with myself," she admits. "But over time, I started to enjoy my own company. I began journaling, reflecting on my life and understanding my own emotions in a way I never had before." Gloria's experience is a testament to the healing power of solitude. By spending time alone, she was able to process her grief, come to terms with her new reality, and find a sense of peace within herself. This deeper relationship with yourself can lead to greater self-awareness, emotional resilience, and a profound sense of inner peace. 6. Strengthening connections with others. Ironically, living alone can actually strengthen your connections with others. When you're not constantly surrounded by people, you have the chance to truly miss and appreciate the relationships you choose to maintain. This can lead to more meaningful interactions, as you're engaging with others out of genuine desire rather than obligation. Consider Joe, a 72-year-old retiree who moved to a new city after his wife passed away. Living alone, Joe found himself reaching out to old friends and making new ones in his community. "I realized that just because I'm alone doesn't mean I have to be lonely," he says. "I started hosting small dinners and joining local clubs. The relationships I've built are deeper and more meaningful than ever before." Joe's story highlights the power of choosing your social interactions based on genuine desire rather than obligation. When you live alone, you can cultivate relationships that truly enrich your life, rather than maintaining connections out of habit or necessity. 7. The joy of solitude. There's a profound joy that comes from embracing solitude in your older years. It's a time to be alone without feeling lonely, to find contentment in your own company. This solitude allows you to connect with yourself on a deeper level, fostering a sense of inner peace and fulfillment that can be difficult to find in the hustle and bustle of a shared life. Consider the story of Lily, who at 71 found herself living alone for the first time after her husband's passing. Initially, the solitude felt heavy, but over time, Lily began to find joy in her own company. I started taking long walks in the park, something I never had time for before, she shares. I'd bring a book, sit by the lake, and just enjoy being alone. It became a time for me to reflect, to enjoy nature, and to find peace in the quiet. Lily's experience is a reminder that solitude isn't something to be feared, it's something to be embraced. It offers you the chance to connect with yourself, find contentment in your own company, and enjoy life at a pace that suits you. 8. Personal growth and reflection. Living alone provides a unique opportunity for personal growth. Without the distractions of others' needs and opinions, you have the space to reflect on your life, set new goals, and pursue them at your own pace. This time of reflection can be incredibly enriching, offering you new insights into who you are and what you want out of life. Take the example of Frank, who at 70 decided to take up writing after his wife passed away. I always wanted to write, but life got in the way, he explains. Now that I'm alone, I have the time and space to finally pursue it. Writing has become a way for me to process my thoughts and experiences. Frank's story is just one example of how living alone can be a time of significant personal growth. Whether it's learning a new skill, pursuing a long-held passion, or simply reflecting on your life, this time alone can be incredibly enriching. 9. Embracing simplicity. There's something beautifully simple about living alone. Without the complexities of accommodating others, life becomes more straightforward. You can focus on what truly matters to you, letting go of unnecessary stress and complications. Take the example of Helen, a 69-year-old retiree who downsized to a small apartment after her children moved out. I realized I didn't need all the stuff I'd accumulated over the years, Helen says. Living alone gave me the chance to simplify my life. Now I focus on what truly matters, my health, my hobbies, and my relationships. Helen's story is a powerful reminder that living alone can help you let go of unnecessary stress and complications. By simplifying your life, you can focus on what truly brings you joy and fulfillment. Living alone as an older person is not just about being on your own. It's about embracing a lifestyle that offers freedom, peace, and personal growth. The experiences shared by Sarah, John, Maria, and others show that this can be a time of profound transformation, where you rediscover who you are, build a deeper relationship with yourself, and create a life that truly reflects your desires. If you're already living alone, take a moment to appreciate the beauty of this lifestyle. And if you're considering it, know that you're embarking on a journey that can bring immense satisfaction and contentment. The joy of living alone is a gift that you give to yourself, a gift of self-love, independence, and peace. Feel free to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to show some love by liking and subscribing.